What's up, everybody? So, I just been wanting to talk about the things that I'm grateful about. I kind of been wanting to do this for a while, but yeah, I just got reminded of it, especially like this semester and like going back into taking classes. And then some of them that I've been taking, especially the ones that lean more like on the social justice-y kind of topics. Like I'm taking a migration class and I'm also taking like a welfare class. Um, or like the topics are about that. And I don't know, I feel like those classes tend to be a little bit more like heavy. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of things that we talk about, like the problems and everything about like the system overall, the economic system, our political systems, all that type of stuff, the United States as a whole and everything. And I feel like there's a lot of that. And I feel like it kind of makes sense though, like, because I was kind of reflecting on this. And it's like, yeah, I mean, as like Cornell students, we're gonna be like the leaders of tomorrow. And so we're kind of like, I feel like it makes sense for us to like kind of think about some of the problems and how we can like make the world a better place. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I feel like we focus a little bit too much on that. You know what I'm saying? And kind of don't take a step back and are like, well, what are we grateful about? You know what I'm saying? And what things are going right. And it makes sense. Um, like I mentioned, we're gonna be the leaders of tomorrow. We should probably be focusing on the things that are going wrong to be able to fix them and stuff. Or just how to make things a little bit easier, even if they're not necessarily like super wrong. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think especially from what I see like on social media and other things like that, I feel like it's I don't know. I just see more negative than positive, and I feel like we don't really give the United States or like just in general like our life here in the United States as much gratitude as I feel like we should. Like for me personally, even as an immigrant, like yeah, there's some things that like can be improved and all that type of stuff, but I feel like me personally, I've had it like pretty good. Like overall, like if I take a step back and really think about everything, like I'm literally here, Cornell University, full financial like aid given to me. Um, because of my parents like low incomes and stuff. And so I don't know. I feel like I just don't have like too much to really like complain about per se. Like yeah, like I said, things could get better, but it's really not. I don't know. There's just things that we could be grateful about as well, especially like compared to like back in the day, like like Mexican people back in the day during segregation and everything. We can't like deny the fact that things have gotten better for like Mexicans and other groups of other races and stuff. And so, yeah, I just wanted to come on here and just talk about things that I'm grateful about. Not just like for those kind of like topics. It's just that that's kind of something that has made me think about, oh, well, I should probably think about what I'm grateful of a little bit more in general. And so, yeah. Well, I guess I can get started, but yeah, like I don't know. I like to think about kind of like even like the small things and stuff. Because I was thinking about this already, like the things that I'm grateful about and stuff. Like I don't know, tea. I really love tea. Especially like chamomile tea. I think that's how you say it in English. We always called it like manzanilla and stuff in Spanish. So it kind of caught me off guard when it was called like chamomile in English because I was like, wow, that's so far off. But anyways, so yeah, tea. I just love tea. And then what else? Well, I love my shoes, not love. I feel like love is a strong word actually, but I appreciate and I'm grateful. Like I have shoes and like different kinds that I can like, decide to wear, like my boots, or maybe I don't want to wear my boots. Maybe I want to wear sneakers, And I guess going off of that, like dresses. I love dresses. Like especially now. I grew up like such a tomboy and stuff, but I feel like lately I'm like tapping into my feminine side a little bit more. And so now I'm like kind of like obsessed with dresses and now I just want to wear that. Like I don't want to wear pants anymore. But I'm also grateful for my pants. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I do want to wear, you know. But I do have been leaning towards like wearing dresses a little bit more lately. And for some period I was like, yeah, I just want to wear dresses, not pants. And then let's see. Well, like I mentioned, like about like being here, like I don't know, just the privilege of being like a Cornell student. I just feel like I just have so many like doors open, even as an immigrant student. So I'm just like really blessed and really grateful for that. Like it's just crazy. Like I mean, yeah, like as a low income student, I get like a full ride here, because of that. And and I mean, I guess also you could say like for like the hard work that I put into it, because I don't want to just say it was like just given to me, because it did take a lot of hard work, not gonna lie. But even for that, I'm grateful that I can, that my hard work has paid off, to the point that it has led me here into, Cornell University, as well as the people that have had helped me, in this process, like the college prep program that I participated in called Teen Sharp. Y'all should definitely look into that if y'all are a high school student. They accept like everybody in terms of like location wise, but it is pretty competitive. So they don't accept everybody, like just the people that get in, but like the location doesn't really matter, since it's virtual, is what I meant to say. Um and I guess just the opportunity to be here and be able to talk about things. Wow, I didn't even finish the last, like, what is it called, thought. But yeah, about being like a Cornell student. Um and like, yeah, just the privilege that comes with that and the opportunities. But I guess I did finish it. Anyways, but yeah. And then just the ability to be here and be able to talk about this. And I'm really happy about that too. And okay, I guess also just like, yeah, just the ability to like learn. I just really like learning about different things and being able to put it into action. And I feel like I've been doing that a lot, with this startup idea that I've been working on, especially like my entrepreneurship classes and stuff. It's like so interesting just like to be able to see like, oh wow, like the things that like I'm actually being taught in these classes, I can actually apply it directly right now. And I feel like there's something so empowering about that. So I'm like so like happy about it. Because I feel like before I was kind of taking classes that were a little bit more like, I guess not as, I don't want to say not practical. Like some of them were like I've taken like human resources. But I feel like since I was like still a first year student and a second year student when I was taking like, human resources and some of the other classes, I was like, like, when am I gonna really use this in the future? But right now as a senior, it's like, wow. And working on this startup idea is like, wow, like, I'm just so grateful that I have these opportunities to learn and to be able to apply it. It's just great. And what is it called? And yeah, like I mentioned, just being able to be on here, and just talk to the people, talk to y'all. And yeah. And also the ability to take risks and being able to learn from my mistakes. Because I feel like even right now, I feel like I need to work on articulating my thoughts better in general, as y'all have probably noticed because I've already messed up a few times. But just being able to learn from the mistakes and just being able to improve is like a great privilege, I feel like. And I feel like even the mentality that has been like instilled into me, since young, of like having like a growth mindset and not like a fixed mindset. Because I don't know if I learned that in middle school or high school, but I feel like it's always been like, oh, like in my school years, in middle school or high school, I don't know. But yeah, the idea was that like having a growth mindset is the thing that's really gonna help you in the future. Like, not settling for what you know right now and saying that that's just like all you can achieve and stuff, but like going beyond like the boundaries that you had or that you thought you had. Because really the sky's the limit, you know? And I feel like, yeah, even that, like being able to dream and stuff, it's just great. Like, that's something that I've always like thought about too. Like because of the growth mindset and everything, just being able to like aim for Mars. And the worst thing that could happen is maybe you land on the moon. You know what I'm saying? So that's the saying that I remember growing up with too. And like the mentality that comes with that. It's just very empowering. And being able to see that like, the fruits of my labor, come come about, because yeah. It's just so cool. And so I'm just really grateful about everything that I have and everything that, I'm working towards, my family, my fiance. And yeah, like my brothers and everything. And just like, I don't know. There's just so many things. Oh yeah, the one of the main like important things that I really wanted to come on here and like talk about in terms of like what I'm grateful for is definitely God though, because I feel like ever since like I started back into like Catholicism and just being a devout Catholic now, it's just like I just feel like more at peace. And it's weird because even when I have like times that are like really rough for me and times that are really like tough, there's a weird sense of peace that I didn't have before, even when I was like not facing some of the difficulties that I might like personally. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy to think about. Like it's just like a new wave of peace, something that I've like unlocked. I don't know, like a huge weight off of my like chest. I don't know how to explain it. It's just crazy. But I just like want to thank God and like yeah, he's just always been there for me even when I decided to reject him. And I feel like I should come on here and eventually talk about it. I've had it in my like in the back of my mind to like make a video about it, but yeah, for some time I just like well, I grew up Catholic and then like I just moved away from it and like rejected God and everything and it's kind of sad. Let me not talk about it because then I'm gonna be emotional. But anyways, nah, but that was my bad though. But like now, like, you know, ever since I realized like, you know, like the way that I was living, like godless, I guess. I don't know how else to like explain it, but it just felt so like empty, so shallow, so like weird. It wasn't great. And then eventually like I was like, well, when did I feel like the most like safe, I guess is the right word. And that was when I would like, even when I had a tough time, like I would like, as a kid, I would be like, when I would be upset, I would be like in my head, I guess, just thinking about how like I'm hugging like God and stuff and how he's like my father. And I was like, yeah, I just want a big hug. And I was like thinking about when I was like in that time when I had moved away from God. I was like, oh. And then I just came back into like Catholicism. It was a process though. But yeah, I'll talk about that a little bit more later. But yeah, it's just interesting how things happen. But anyways, I'm just really grateful for God, for him, because he's always been there for me, even when I had left him. And he has helped me find my way back. And now I'm home. And I feel like I haven't been happier. Not that I can remember recently, for sure. And I don't know. I just want to thank God for being there and for continuing to be there for me right now. And yeah, I don't know. We can end on that because I feel like that is really like the thing that I'm like the most grateful about. And I feel like even just being like a Catholic, it just makes me feel more like grateful because I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just great. And yeah. Anyways, hopefully y'all get the chance to do something like this. Just like think about a few things. I know when I first started, because I actually was like thinking about the things that I'm grateful about before making this. And I was like, at first I was like, I don't know. And it's like so weird because it's like, I mean, there's so many things to be grateful for. Like towards the end, when I was like brainstorming about things that I'm grateful for, like I couldn't stop. But in the beginning, I was like, I don't know. I just don't know. Like, and I just feel like it's a sign that like it's like, oh, I gotta really start thinking more about like the things that I'm grateful for because like what am I doing? Like why was it so difficult at first to not be able to think about something, you know? And so yeah, I don't know. But yeah, hopefully y'all get the chance to do something like this, even if it's like 5 things or 3 things. I don't know. It's a good little activity and I feel like brings a bit of happiness, especially if you're like taking some of these classes that are more like social justice or like watching the news all the time or I don't know, just stressing out about like life and always busy, especially right now with prelims and everything, if or like exams. I don't know if like other schools call it that, but Cornell calls like midterms or like exams, prelims. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. But hopefully I'll get the chance to do this, like I said, and I hope that you'll have a good rest of your day.